Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today we're making a classic chicken pot pie in a slab pie style using a quarter sheet pan. So we start by parboiling most of the veggies. You can also microwave these, by the way. I put the potatoes and the carrots in a few minutes earlier than the onion. That gives them a little head start and the onions won't get mushy. And when you can barely get a knife or a fork into the potato, they're done. The idea is to cook them just part way and they'll finish cooking in the oven. So drain the veggies and remove them, and we're going to use the same pot to make the sauce. So you're just melting the butter here and you're going to add the flour. Whisk this. You'll want to have the raw flour taste cook off a bit. So whisk it until there's a slight film on the bottom of the pan. And then add the seasonings and whisk those in. They'll only need a few minutes. I add chicken broth and stock and some milk. Combine my liquids here. And I've used instant broth granules because that's what I had on hand. So stir the sauce and scrape the bottom of the pan as it cooks so nothing burns. It'll thicken as it comes to temperature. And now add in your bite-sized pieces of par-cooked veggies. Go ahead and stir this, give it a taste, and then add in your chicken or your turkey. Then you're going to be adding in the peas or any other kind of soft fleshed veggies you have to toss in. And I give you some ideas at the end of the video on my blog post. Okay, so let's move on to the crust. You'll need a double crust for the slab pie, and whether it's homemade or store-bought, just be sure you have enough. Lay in your bottom crust and refrigerate that while you get the top done. So roll out the top crust and you'll either apply this as a whole sheet or you can cut it into strips like I'm doing to make a basket weave pattern. Sometimes I arrange the pieces directly on the pie, other times I use a mat to slide it on. But what we're going to be doing is just alternating each piece, folding it over, and then kind of making enough of a design to fit over the entire pie. Using a mat can really help. Just make sure you have a little bit of flour there so the strips of pie crust are not going to stick to the mat. And then we'll just simply slide this onto the pie after the design is completed. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our filling into our pie crust. It really does take quite a bit. I've added almost 6 cups here, so almost the entire pot, essentially. Ease it on into the sides, but don't smash it. Now you're going to want to add some egg wash on the seams. That's going to act as glue, and then just slide that pie crust. Look how easy that was. And so now just trim off the edges here. You're going to definitely want to leave some extra though. You'll need about 1 inch of it to crimp it, just as I'm doing here. And then go ahead and make a pretty design. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to want to have that pie crust up vertical. Do you see? I don't have it laying flat. I have it up, straight up and down. And that's going to make a little wall there, so the filling doesn't ooze out. All right, brush it with egg wash and some flaky sea salt and bake it off. So look at that. We've had a chance for the pie to cool just a little bit so it sets up, but it just pops out of there beautifully. And look at the bottom crust. Look how crispy that is. I give some great tips on how to achieve that over on the blog posts, so you can check those out there. But this is a really easy chicken pot pie. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.